Well, hi and welcome to Winton Wetlands. Now I've come back here for a very special project, and that is to study the Yellow Footed Antechinus. Now they've been on my radar for quite some years, but I wasn't sure where I could consistently be able to study them, because I'm very close to finishing up with the Agile Antechinus. I know them intimately now, and there's only a little bit left to discover, and pretty much that's it. Now when I came here the first time, I was a little sus that they might be here. So I had a look around while I was photographing and filming all the bird life around the place, but I never saw any evidence. But I was still curious that they could be here. So when I went home, I found online a photograph that had been taken here of one of them. So they're definitely here. So I thought I'd contact Winton Wetlands Association and see whether they could help me out. And they did. They got back to me really quickly, the same day. And they were able to help me out, save a massive amount of time by pinpointing the best areas to look for them. So that's why I'm here. So it's time to get out. Go looking for any evidence. I've got 2 full days starting from tomorrow. I've only been here a couple of hours. Yeah, so 2 solid days to just have a ball. I'm camped out in the campground so I can spend every second looking for evidence of them. Because of what I want to do is come back in September and find a female nesting, and then get as much footage and as much knowledge as I can, and then from that keep coming back when I'm allowed to, and follow her and watch her joeys come out, fingers crossed. We just never know. It does take years and years to do these sort of things, get what you need, start learning. Anyway, that's enough of it. Let's get into it. That is the poo of the yellow-footed Antechinus. We're on the right track already, and I'm not far away from my campsite. Now I'm not quite sure whether you can see this, but there are gum leaves in this hollow, and that's what I'm looking for. That's the evidence to show me that they have been nesting in here, or may actually be in there. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's another good sign. I'm just looking at this spot thinking, wow, this would be amazing if I could have one that lives in that hollow. Oh, shit, as we're talking, there's one going in the hollow. This is the perfect place. Perfect place. I've got a beautiful log that I'm sitting on. There's just lots of little spots for them to come running out onto logs. Oh, man, I am in heaven. Absolute heaven. I'm going to go and get my tripod. Well, the stage is set, all ready for action. Got the XF400 on the hole, ready for them. When they start coming out, I can start filming. I've checked and rechecked the camera, so hopefully we don't make any mistakes. I have the R6 set to electronic mode, so it's dead silent, so when I'm filming I can continue to take photographs as well. Man, this is just so exciting, and I apologise for my over enthusiasm before. It was just so exciting. It's a perfect spot, can't ask for any better. And this is where I'm going to stay. No matter what's going on around me, I have to stay here now, because wandering around ain't going to get me anything. I'm not going to learn much at all. What an interesting session that was. I learned a little bit. They like to get around with their tail more upright than straight. They have that burnt orange colour that the agile has, but on their bellies, so it's getting along the lines of sort of a sandy colour, but it's definitely that burnt orange. It's quite striking and very obvious, and it makes them stand out in this sort of environment, which is a bit odd. You get them on the younger trees here, they'll blend in, but pretty much they don't blend in with these sort of logs. They seem to take their time when they're looking for food, where the agiles is very thorough, but it's at 1,000,000 miles an hour, where these guys, they're not in any hurry. So there you go, awesome. Then a little bit, but you know, we'd like to get into that nitty gritty, but that's going to take time. Over the years, we'll start to understand them, but without a nesting box, that's going to be quite awkward, because we really need to see how she brings her young up, how different it is compared with others, like the dusky and the agile. All right, that's it, probably, for this afternoon. Big day tomorrow, big day. Well, it's midday, having my cuppa, enjoying the sun. Now that was a female that I saw yesterday and filmed and took photographs of. Because as she was running away, I purposely took some shots to see whether it was a male or female. Now this morning I went out up there for a good walk around, saw nothing, there was no activity. I thought I'd drive out to the other locations that I was told about, and didn't see anything there neither. I just saw one down here at the back of my camp, but it did a vanishing act on me. I saw it going around the tree and then it just disappeared. I stood there for half an hour, didn't see it again. I walked around the tree and looking up, I couldn't find them. So they're around, they're very close. But that spot up there is just beautiful for later on in the afternoon. So 2 o'clock, I'm going to head up there and go right through until dark. Speaking of dark, I did do a bit of a spotlight last night. Just done some spotlighting, and that is a tawny frogmouth. Alright, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my cuppa, have some lunch, chill out, do some dishes, something like that, and then we'll head up. Well, I have a bit of a dilemma because I've been here for quite some time now, waiting for this female to come out of that hollow up there. But there's one been playing over there. Headed this way and then went back. So I'm a little sus that I've been stooged. This isn't where she lives. Because when I ran off and got my camera gear after seeing that, we all saw that female go into that hollow. Came back here, set myself up, and then all of a sudden she pops out from at the base of the tree, just around from the other side there. I never saw her come out of that hole, and I kept my eye on her all the time. So once she left, she went that way, where I saw that other yellow footed playing over there. So I went and had a look around the back, and there's another entrance out halfway down. So it's just the thing with studying animals. Okay, there's something playing around over there, but we can't get sucked in, we've got to stay here. And even though your intuition is telling you that it's living over there, if I move and another one comes out, you know, I missed out. So you get caught between a rock and a hard place, and most of the time you find yourself sitting knowing that things are wrong, but you have to be sure. And this is where a lot of wasted time comes in. It's just unfortunate, but that's the thing when you're studying animals. Can't keep assuming, you have to verify. I've probably got an hour of light left. I've got 20 minutes of light left, and I've come across this little male or female, I'm not sure. And just behind me is another one. This one looks quite big. I'll just fill you in with what's been going on. So there's 4 yellowfoots out at the minute, and that's where I saw a female go to before. So about 20 metres away from where I've been sitting all afternoon. Came out of and went into there, and then I saw her on the way back come out of there. So there's 4 of them around here at the minute, climbing up these trees. And it's very exciting watching them get around the place. Learning a lot, I am. And I've gotten a bit of footage, maybe some good photographs. Awesome. So that's one going back now into that crack there. You might be able to just see it. That's definitely where they're all staying. Yeah, there you go. Heading back. Awesome. last little bit of sun going down. Got a booming headache, so I've had a lot of fun just then, but it's time for me to go and sort it out and settle in for the night. Oh man, it's been a huge day. Got nothing all day really, and then some excitement at the end. Good night. Well, I'm back for my afternoon session, and it's my last afternoon. I'll be going home tomorrow, and I've got the camera up pointed at this split in that tree. Now, this is where I saw one go into yesterday, and where I suspect that they are living as a communal nest. I can see some leaves coming out as well. So I think, you know, we're pretty well right that that's where they are. So that's why I'm being quiet, because they're about to come out soon, hopefully, fingers crossed. And there's also some people just over there. So I learnt a lot about them from the photographs that I took yesterday. You know, I'm looking to see whether I can identify the individual by different sorts of colour markings on them, like I get with the agile antechinus. Any nicks in the ears, ear mites. This hopefully will be an awesome afternoon. Again, fingers crossed that I get lots of them coming out and we learn a lot more, get a bit more footage so that we can study it when I go home. So anyway, I think time for me to shut up, enjoy the moment, because this morning was absolutely shocking. They weren't out anyway, but it was black, thick clouds. It's only just starting to thin now. It's about 2 o'clock. Yeah, and it's time for me to shut up. My project has come to an abrupt end. It's raining. It's 7:30 in the morning. It should be fairly bright by now, but it is dark and dull with all these heavy clouds. So I can't go for a walk and check out whether the yellowfoots are out. So I've packed up and I'm heading home. But it's been fantastic to get what I've already gotten and learnt so much already. Fantastic. I was hopeful for that, but was trying not to be too over
enthusiastic about getting anything at all. But anyway, I've learnt, yes, a hell of a lot already. Got my project started on the Yellowfoot, and I'll just keep coming back to this place, but it will be a bit of a pain during September with a lot of tourists coming through. I mean, it's winter and I've been getting people every now and then, so it'll be a big challenge to study in one spot up on top of the hill there where the campgrounds are. But what I have learned has really got me started and really keen to keep going. They are awesome to watch and just as entertaining as the agile antechinus. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I have and learnt as much as I have about the yellow-footed antechinus. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel and get more of this amazing stuff, click on my pretty little face just down in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Hit the little bell, you'll get notification whenever I do anything else. And if you really like this video, it'd be awesome if you could give me a thumbs up. It just helped my poor little channel grow. And boy, does it need it. And if you want to go and have a look at all the other mad and crazy things I've been doing in the past, click on my icon right here at the end of this video. Take it to my channel. I talk about photographing and filming in a forest environment, out in the open. I go on adventures. I take you with me. I talk about the agile antechinus and now the yellow-footed antechinus. I buy camera gear and I give you my honest opinion on them. So go and have a browse. There'll be something there of interest to you, I am sure. Now just remember, if you don't do, you don't get. So get out there and start photographing and filming wildlife. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.